Physics Class 12 Chapter 7 Alternating Current Exercise Question number 7.1. A 100 ohm resistor is connected to 220 volt 50 Hz AC supply. Number A. What is the RMS value of current in the circuit? Number B. What is the net power consumed over a full cycle? This is the circuit diagram. It is pure resistive circuit as a resistor of resistance 100 ohm is connected to the AC supply of the voltage 220 volt and the frequency is 50 Hz. Here they have said AC voltage. Okay, they have not said the peak voltage or the highest voltage. That means what they have given us will consider as the VRMS value of the voltage. We are given that VRMS equal to 220 volt, mu is equal to 50 Hz and R is equal to 100 ohm. We have to find the RMS current. So part A is I RMS equal to VRMS by R. We can use this formula because it is pure resistive circuit. In pure resistive circuit, current is V by R, just like Ohm's law. Here IRMS is put, so you can write as VRMS by R. VRMS is given to 220 and resistance is given you 100. Divide, you get 2.2 ampere. So this is the IRMS current. Part B, net power consumed in an AC circuit is equal to VRMS into IRMS into cos phi, where phi is the phase difference. Now in pure resistive circuit, we have studied that current and the voltage are in the same phase. Therefore, phi is equal to 0. So put phi value as 0. So what you get is VRMS into IRMS into cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. VRMS is 220. IRMS we found here 2.2. Multiply, you get 484.0 watt. That means power P is equal to 484 watt. So that is a solution for question number 7.1. Question number 7.2. A. The peak voltage of an AC supply is 300 volt. Peak voltage, that means Vm is given. What is the RMS voltage? And VRMS you have to find. B. The RMS value of current is in an AC circuit is 10 ampere. Current, RMS current is given you 10 ampere. And what is the peak current? That means Im you have to find, or I naught. Part A. We are given that Vm is equal to 300 volt. And VRMS you have to find. We know that the relation between Vm and VRMS is, we have done in the theory class, it is VRMS equal to Vm by root 2. Vm value is 300, root 2 as it is. But 1 by root 2 is 0.707. And this 300. Multiply, you get 212.1 volts. So this is the VRMS value. Number B, IRMS is given to 10 ampere and you have to find I maximum or Im. So we know that IRMS equal to Im by root 2, same formula, okay, same way, but here it was for the voltage and now it is the relation for the current. So we write IRMS equal to Im divided by root 2. I want to find Im value, so root 2 you transfer here. So root 2 into IRMS equal to Im. Okay, put the value, root 2 is 1.414 and IRMS is given 10. Multiply, you get 14.14 ampere. So this is the value of Im, okay, or the peak current. Question number 7.3. A 44 millihenry inductor is connected to 220 volt 50 Hz AC supply. Here they have also not said peak voltage or highest voltage. Okay, therefore what will we consider? Consider as a VRMS value. Determine the RMS value of the current in the circuit. Now this is pure inductive circuit because it has got only inductor. Inductor is symbolized in this coil form, okay, and it is given to 44 millihenry. It is connected to the AC supply of the voltage 220 volt and 50 Hz frequency. We are given L is equal to 44 millihenry. Cut 1 into Henry by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 3. And VRMS is given to you 220 volt and frequency mu is equal to 50 Hz. In pure L circuit, that is inductive circuit, resistance is XL equal to omega L. Omega is 2 pi mu into L and 2 value as it is, pi is 3.14, mu is 50 given in the question and L is 44 into 10 to the power minus 3. Multiply, you get 13.82 ohm. So this is the resistance offered by the inductor because this is pure inductive circuit. Now we know that IRMS equal to VRMS by XL. Okay, for pure resistive circuit, how we found the current? We found IRMS equal to VRMS by R. Here resistance was offered by the resistor, therefore it was R. Here it is the same formula, but here resistance is offered by the inductor, and that resistance is XL, so XL here. Okay, VRMS value is given to you 220 and XL we found here 13.82. Divide, you get 15.92 ampere. So this is the current in the circuit. Question number 7.4. A 60 microfarad capacitor is connected to a 110 volt 60 Hz AC supply. Here see capacitor is connected, in previous it was inductor connected, so this is pure capacitive circuit. Determine the RMS value of current in the circuit. Okay, similar way, but here the resistance will be offered by the capacitor. Okay, this is a circuit diagram. Okay, you can see this is parallel, so parallel lines, that means it is the capacitor. Its capacitance is 60 microfarad and this is the AC voltage. So we are given VRMS value because we have not mentioned peak value of the voltage. Okay, so it is RMS value of the voltage and its frequency is given. We are given that V C equal to 60 microfarad. Microfarad convert into farad by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 6. VRMS is 110 volt and mu is 60 Hz. In pure C circuit, that means capacitive circuit, resistance is Xc equal to 1 by omega C. Here it was omega L. Okay, here 1 by omega C. Omega value is 2.2 mu and C. Okay, 1 by, put the value 2 as it is, pi is 3.14, mu is 60 and C equal to given to you 60 into 10 to the power minus 6. Put the value and simplify. When you simplify, you get Xc equal to 10 to the power 4 divided by 72 into 3.14. Divide, you get 44.23 ohm. So this is the resistance offered by the capacitor. Now we have to find the current in the circuit, which is given by same formula as the previous one. IRMS equal to VRMS by Xc. Xc is the resistance offered by the capacitor. VRMS is given to you 110 and Xc we found here 44.23. Divide, you get 2.49 ampere. So this is the current in the circuit. Question number 7.5. In exercise 7.3 and 7.4, what is the net power absorbed by each circuit over a complete cycle? Explain your answer. We have to find the power for L circuit and C circuit. Okay, in the previous question. We know net power absorbed in an AC circuit equal to VRMS into IRMS into cos phi, where phi is the phase difference between voltage and the current. For pure inductive circuit, phase difference is phi equal to pi by 2. Okay, this we have done in the theory class. Therefore, net power absorbed by L circuit P is equal to VRMS into IRMS cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0. So 0 into anything is 0. So answer is 0. Same way for pure capacitive circuit or C circuit, phase difference phi is equal to pi by 2. Therefore, net power absorbed by C circuit P equal to VRMS into IRMS into cos phi. Cos phi value is pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is 0. So 0 into any value is 0. So answer is 0. So net power is 0 for both the circuit, L circuit and C circuit. Question number 7.6. Obtain the resonant frequency omega R of a series LCR circuit with L is equal to 2.0 Henry, C is equal to 32 microfarad and I is equal to 10 ohm. What is the Q value of the circuit? We are given inductance L is equal to 2 Henry. Capacitance C is equal to 32 microfarad convert into farad by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 6. Resistance R is equal to 10 ohm. At resonance or resonance frequency in LCR circuit is omega R is equal to 1 by square root of LC. Okay, this formula we have done in the theory class. Now L value is 2 and C is 32 into 10 to the power minus 6. 32 into 2 gives you 64. Now take the square root of 64 is 8 and 10 to the power minus 6 is 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, this 10 to the power minus 3 take in the numerator, it gives you 10 to the power 3, that is 1000. When you divide 1000 by 8, what you get is 125 per second. Okay, so omega R is 125 per second. They have also asked us to find the Q factor or Q value. So Q value of the circuit is given as Q is equal to omega R into L by capital R. Omega R is this one, 125. L is given to you 2 and R is given to us 10. Okay, multiply these two, so 250 by 10, cut 0, 0, so you get 25. So Q value is 25. Question number 7.7. A charged 30 microfarad capacitor is connected to 27 millihenry inductor. What is the angular frequency of a free oscillation of the circuit? Circuit diagram is here. Inductor and capacitor are connected. The capacitance of the capacitor is given to you 30 microfarad. convert into farad by multiplying 10 to the power minus 6. The inductance of the inductor is given to 27 millihenry. Convert into Henry by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 3. We have to find omega naught or omega r. Okay, omega naught we shall find. Same formula like this one. Okay, 1 by square root of LC. In LC oscillation circuit, the angular frequency of free oscillation is omega naught is equal to 1 by square root of LC. 1 divided by square root, L is 27 into 10 to the power minus 3, this value, and C is this capacitance, 30 into 10 to the power minus 6. 27 into 30 gives you 810, and 10 power minus 3 into 10 power minus 6 gives you 10 power minus 9. This can be written as 1 divided by square root of 81 into 10 to the power minus 8. Square root of 81 is 9, and 10 power minus 8 is 10 to the power minus 4. This 10 to the power minus 4 take in the numerator, make it positive power. This can be written as 10 power 9 into 10 to the power 3, and this division gives you 1.1 into 10 to the power 3 radian per second. So that is the frequency or the angular oscillation or angular frequency of the free oscillation. Okay, question number 7.8. Suppose the initial charge on capacitor in exercise 7.7 is 6 millicoulomb. What is the total energy stored in the circuit initially? What is the total energy at later time? So the same data will consider for the value of C and L. Okay, only charge on the capacitor is given to you 6 millicoulomb. Okay, this is the circuit diagram. C value and L value I have taken from the previous question, and QM is equal to given to you in this question, that is 6 millicoulomb. We are given that QM is equal to 6 millicoulomb equal to convert into coulomb by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 3. C value 30 microfarad, convert into farad by multiplying 10 to the power minus 6. And L is equal to 27 millihenry, convert into Henry by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so this is the data given and taken from the previous question. The total energy stored in circuit initially equal to energy stored in capacitor, and it is given as Qm square divided by twice C. Qm value is 6 into 10 to the power minus 3, and it is a square. Divide by 2 as it is, and C value is 30 into 10 to the power minus 6. 6 square is 36, 10 power minus 3 square is 10 to the power minus 6, denominator as it is. 10 power minus 6 cut, then you can cut here, you get 3 by 5, okay, equal to 0.6 joule. Therefore, energy stored initially equal to 0.6 joule. Total energy remains same. In LC oscillation, the energy remains the same. Okay, therefore, the total energy of the circuit at later time is equal to the same as the first one, initial one, that is 0.6 joule. So, energy remains the same. Question number 7.9. A series LCR circuit with R is equal to 20 ohm, L is equal to 1.5 Henry, and C is equal to 35 microfarad is connected to a variable frequency 200 volt AC supply. When the frequency of supply equals the natural frequency of circuit, what is the average power transferred to the circuit in one complete cycle? So this is LCR series combination. We are given that resistance R is equal to 20 ohm, inductance L is equal to 1.5 Henry, capacitance C is equal to 35 microfarad. Convert into farad, so it gives you 35 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. At resonance, the frequency of the supply power equals the natural frequency of the given LCR circuit. AC supply voltage to the LCR circuit V equal to 200 volt. Okay, this is also given the AC voltage, the supply voltage. At resonance, we know that in the theory class, XL and XC become same. XL is omega L and XC is 1 upon omega C. Okay, now at a resonance, the impedance or the resistance is impedance. We call it as impedance. It is given as in square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Now XL and XC are equal. That means this difference will be 0. So 0 square. So what you get, the resistance or the impedance equal to square root of R square, which gives you R. That means impedance or resistance is Z equal to R, and R value is given to you 20 ohm. Okay, same value. And here now this circuit becomes pure resistive circuit, and in pure resistive circuit, current and voltage are in the same phase. If they are in the same phase, that means phi equal to 0. Current in the circuit, I is equal to V by Z. V is 200 and Z is 20. Okay, so when you divide, you get 10 ampere. Therefore, the average power transferred to the circuit in one complete cycle, P is equal to I into V. and I value is 10, this ampere, 10 ampere, and V is 200 given in the question. So 10 into 200 gives you 2000 watt. Okay, so this is the power in a complete cycle. Question number 7.10. A radio can tune over the frequency range of a portion of microwave broadcast band 800 Hz to 12 kHz if its LC circuit has an effective inductance of 200 microhenry. What must be the range of its variable capacitance? This is my circuit diagram. Here LC are connected in the series. The voltage is the AC voltage is applied to all three combination or all three elements. We are given that L is equal to 200 microhenry. It gives you in Henry 200 into 10 to the power minus 6. The range of frequency mu equal to radio is 800 kilohertz to 1200 kilohertz. This you call as the lower tuning frequency mu1. This you call it as upper tuning frequency mu2. Lower tuning frequency mu1 is equal to 800 kilohertz converted into hertz. That means you multiply by 10 to the power 3. Upper tuning frequency mu2 is equal to 1200 kilohertz. Will convert into hertz by multiplying by 10 to the power 3. Now we know that omega is equal to 1 by square root of LC. Okay, square both the sides, so we get omega square is equal to 1 by LC. Now I want to find C. Okay, so I'll transfer C here and omega square here. But for both I have to find for mu1 and mu2. So I will for mu1 I'll take it C1 and omega 1. For mu2 I'll take C2 and omega 2. Okay, capacitance of a variable capacitor for mu1, that is the lower tuning frequency. C1 is equal to 1 by omega 1 square into L. Okay, this formula just rearranging. And omega 1 is 2 pi into mu1. So put here 2 pi into mu1 whole square into L. Put all the values, 1 divided by 2 as it is, pi is 3.14. Mu1 is 800 into 10 to the power 3 whole square into L value is 200 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, when you simplify you get 1.9809 into 10 to the power minus 10 farad. Okay, this can be written as a picofarad, 198.1 picofarad. Capacitance of a variable capacitor for mu2. C2 is equal to 1 by omega 2 square into L, where omega 2 is 2 pi into mu2. 1 by 2 pi into mu2 whole square into L equal to 1 by 2 as it is, pi is 3.14, mu2 is 1200 into 10 to the power 3 whole square into L is 200 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, when you simplify, we get 88.04 picofarad. Therefore, the range of variable capacitance is 88.04 picofarad to 198.1 picofarad. So that is the solution for question number 7.10. Question number 7.11. Figure shows series LCR circuit connected to a variable frequency 230 volt source, L equal to 5 Henry, C is equal to 80 microfarad, R is equal to 40 ohm. Number A. Determine the source frequency which drives the circuit in resonance. B. Obtain the impedance of the circuit and amplitude of current at resonating frequency. C. Determine the RMS potential drops across the three elements of the circuit. That is, three elements mean L, that is inductor, C, that is capacitor, and R, that is resistor. Show that potential drop across the LC combination is 0 at resonating frequency. This is the circuit diagram. RCL. Inductance of inductor L is equal to 5 Henry. Capacitance of capacitor is given to you. C is equal to 80 microfarad converted into farad by multiplying 10 to the power minus 6. Resistance of the resistor is given to you. R is equal to 40 ohm. Potential of variable voltage source B equal to 230 volt. Okay, this also is given to us. Part A. Resonance angular frequency omega is equal to 1 upon square root of LC. Equal to 1 by square root of L value is 5 into C is 80 into 10 to the power minus 6 equal to 1 divided by square root of 400 into 10 to the power minus 6. Square root of 400 is 20 and 10 to the power minus 6 is 10 to the power minus 3. This can take in the numerator, 10 power 3 becomes positive and it becomes 1000 by 20. If you divide, you get 50 radian per second. Therefore, the circuit will come in resonance for the source frequency of 50 radian per second. At part B, at resonance XL equal to XC. This implies XL value is omega L, XC is 1 by omega C. And at XL or at resonance, when XL becomes XC, the impedance or Z or the resistance becomes R equal to 40 ohm. So impedance equals Z equal to 40 ohm. Why? Because it is resonance, XL and XC are same. Okay. Therefore, the resistance becomes equal to the impedance. Amplitude of the current at resonating frequency Im is equal to Vm by Z, where Vm is equal to root 2 into V. So we put the value root 2 into V. So Im is equal to root 2 V divided by Z equal to root 2. V value is 230 divided by 40. Root 2 is 1.414 into 23 divided by 4. Okay. Simplify, you get 8.14 ampere. So that is the solution, or you can say it is the impedance Z is equal to 40 ohm. And the current is Im is equal to 8.13 ampere. At resonance, the impedance is equal to 40 ohm and the amplitude of the current Im is equal to 8.13 ampere. Number C, RMS potential dropped across inductor. Now for inductive circuit, we know the current is given as Im is equal to Vm by XL. XL is omega L. Okay. If I transfer omega L here, then you get Im omega L is equal to Vm. Now VL RMS equal to I into omega L. Okay, so this value has come from this formula. So I is equal to RMS current. This I is RMS current and it is given as VRMS by Z, and VRMS is root 2V divided by Z, and this is just like the above calculation. Okay, so I have just put that calculation. Answer also will be the same, 8.13. Okay, so put this I value as 8.13, omega as 50 and L as 5. Simplify, you get 1437.5 volt. Potential dropped across capacitor. For that also, like this, I am using the first part. Im is equal to Vm by XL, XC. Okay, and XC is, you can say it is 1 upon omega C. Okay, if I transfer here, then you get Vc is equal to I into XC. Okay, this I am transferring here and writing here. So I into XC I said as 1 by omega C. I value is same as this one, 8.13, omega is 50, C is 80 into 10 to the power minus 6. Simplify, you get 1437.5 volt. Potential dropped across resistor. For this also we have derived this formula, Im is equal to Vm by R. R if you transfer, you get Vm is equal to Im into R. Okay, I have written Vr is equal to I into R. I is IRMS into R, and IRMS is nothing but VRMS by Z into R. VRMS is 230 and Z is 40, and this R also is 40. So 40 cut, so you get 230 volt. Potential drop across LC combination. In LCR series circuit, VC and VL are having a phase difference of 180. Therefore, the resultant, that is net potential drop, V is equal to VL minus VC. VL, what is the VL value? VL value is this much, 1437.5 volt. Okay, so I put here 1437.5 volt minus VC. What is VC? This one, 1437.5, 1437.5, same. Okay, since they are same, equal to 0. So what we can say, therefore it is proved that the potential drop across LC combination is 0 at resonating frequency. So that is the solution for question number 7.11. So we'll keep this much. Thank you very much.